the challenges and the rewards of raising guppies. The first and biggest challenge that you have if you're going to raise fish is to be able to put them in safe water. City water is not safe water. They put chlorine in it. Chlorine, you know that stuff that they used in World War I to kill people? Yeah. Well, it's in our water systems now. And that means that it will kill whatever fish you have, including guppies. With that, get some kind of water conditioner to remove chlorine. Just a little bitty capful. One of these will last you a year very easily, and they run about $10 bill. For a $10 bill, it allows you to have the hobby. But go beyond that. I was putting fish outside. It wasn't too hot, wasn't too cold, and yet the fish were dying. Now I couldn't figure it out. I had them in my metal tanks and my rubber tanks, and they were dying. Now I wasn't using city water. Okay, I was using the water coming off the roof of my houses, my basement house and my little log house here on the same property, and they were dying now. And I couldn't, for the life of me, figure out what was going on. And so what I tripped over mentally said, well, let's put some of this in there. One of the challenges that you have to having fish of any kind is to keep the water aerated and clean. Without clean water, your fish are going to get sick and die, and the aeration does that. Plus, it allows you to not have to clean the tank as often. I use a sponge filter aerator, and they work extremely well. About a $10 bill will buy one, and they are worth their weight in gold, and you can pull the sponges off and clean them real easy in the sink, and they do an excellent job of keeping the bowl clean and the fish healthy. You bet. One of the challenges is to have a good filter system, and that's what I've got here, and I hope you consider it. As soon as you see babies in the tank, you need to get them out. So grab your net and move them over to another tank. Now this tank is specifically for my baby guppies. Cost me $3 at a yard sale for a 10-gallon tank, and it works just perfect. Just perfect. And there's about 150 baby guppies in here, and they are a delight and an enjoyment to watch. And when you feed them, it's like a bunch of little pigs all coming to dinner. They get very excited about that kind of thing. And that's what it's, part of the hobby and the enjoyment thereof. The idea, though, is to understand that there are challenges when you're raising guppies. This last fall, I took the guppies and I put them in a tank outside. I immediately lost 5 of the 7 guppies. Not a good thing. And a great education. The hotter it is outside, the more you need circulation. In fact, when it gets warmer, I have a double here. I'll put that double on this one and be pumping twice as much bubbles in there, that much more movement of water. The water moving faster means it's a cooler situation. Again, temperature is everything. Everything. That doesn't mean that it can't get up close to 90, but you better not break 90 with guppies water temperature. You better not do it. Also, add to it, the other extreme is you're looking at a 40-gallon rubber tank. 40-gallon. I've had fish in here since April. Yeah, that's too early to put them in a tank in southwest Nebraska. We get temperatures down to 40 degrees real easy, if not just bumping into the high 30s. That will kill your fish without question. So what I do, I bought a heater, a little tropical fish heater, if you will, from Amazon. Where else? $10 bill. And putting it in the water, it doesn't heat the whole tank. It simply gives the fish a place to go to stay warm. And they'll circle this thing like it was a pot-bellied stove on a cold winter night. Absolutely. And they survive. They survive. Now, of course, if it gets much colder, you got to get them inside. That's just all there is to it. Rewards of having guppies. Well, they're enjoyable to watch. They're quiet. They reproduce, and I said reproduce. and that means the potential of financial gain as well. The fish, now numbering near 400, if I would sell just half of them to pet stores, and they offer about 50 cents for a guppy, they sell them for $2.50, so they've got a pretty good markup. Welcome to the real world. But be that as it may, that 200 guppies, if I'd sell half of my flock of guppies, if you will, if I would sell them, that's a $100 bill in my pocket for a hobby that anybody from 8 years old to 80 years old can enjoy and profit from. It's something to consider. The challenges, yes, they're there, but so are rewards by raising guppies.